personality is a perfect fit for this truck. We are a combination of talent and toughness. We are fearless. We are confident. We are one of a kind. We're not here to just compete. We're here to smash the competition.
Welcome the most powerful and courageous 6-ton unicorn with a bold attitude from Lafayette, Louisiana, Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash.
Fresno, it's time to get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam. We are going to open things up with the JCB Racing Competition. This is a bracket-style elimination tournament where our drivers will be facing off head-to-head. We're going to follow the bracket from round one onto the semifinals and then eventually onto the JCB Racing Finals, where the fastest two will compete to be crowned your racing winner and to receive the first 8 points towards the overall event championship. So, who's ready for JCB Racing? Coming up first, Carson Williams, Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And his opponent, Weston Anderson, Grave Digger.
Jaeger.
Once again, the winner of that first matchup was Gravedigger, as Weston Anderson will advance to the semifinals. Coming up next, Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. And her opponent, Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack.
Advancing on to your semifinal round, Jurassic Attack and Tim Hall Jr.
So far, each driver in the same lane has had trouble in that final turn. We'll see if that trend continues. It's what bit Sparkle Smash and Monster Mutt Rottweiler in those first two races. Meanwhile, your winner is Jurassic Attack, headed on to the semifinals. Coming up next, Joe Yuri, Earth Shaker. And his opponent, Devin Winfield, Velociraptor.
Advancing on, Devin Winfield, Velociraptor.
Three races in, and it is more of the same. A little bit of a smoother pass there from Earthshaker, but it was still not smooth enough. Velociraptor and Devin Winfield move on to the semifinals. Meanwhile, here comes your final matchup in round number one. Up first, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. And his opponent, Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
Moving on, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
Just like that, it is time for the semifinal round. But before we move forward, let's take a look back and remind everybody in the building how we got there. Up first, it was Gravedigger defeating Monster Rottweiler, and we saw Jurassic Attack get the win over Sparkle Smash. Velociraptor able to take down Earthshaker, and moments ago it was El Toro Loco over Megalodon. That means the Final Four is set here in JCB Racing.
This is your JCB Racing semifinal round. The four fastest have advanced on to the semifinal round, and the winners of these next two matchups will advance on to your JCB Racing final round. Fresno, are you ready for more JCB Racing?
First matchup here in the semifinals is a good one. Gravedigger versus Jurassic Attack. A close finish, but your winner, Gravedigger. Once again, it was a close finish, but just like he did in the afternoon event in the racing finals, Gravedigger and Weston Anderson gets the better of Tim Hall Jr. and Jurassic Attack. So Gravedigger sits atop center pod and awaits a challenger. And now it is Velociraptor versus El Toro Loco to see who will go against Gravedigger. Your winner is Velociraptor! Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the JCB Racing Finals. We started out with 8 of the absolute best drivers in the entire world, and now we are down to the fastest 2 as they compete to win the racing competition and earn the first 8 points towards the overall event championship. Are you ready to meet your final contenders? Coming up first, from Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. And his opponent, racing out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Devin Winfield, Velociraptor. Fresno, let's go racing! It was not an easy path. He had to fight tooth and nail through all 3 rounds. But at the end of the racing competition for the 2nd event in a row, there is your winner, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger.
Weston, congratulations. I was being told by your crew chief, Wyatt Havens, that you're having terminal issues there on the battery. Was kind of worried that you weren't going to make it, but congratulations, you ended up getting that win.
Yeah, man, we got it patched in the back right after we did intros. The truck actually shut off on us, so I didn't mean to ruin intros like that for everybody, but I'm sorry. But so we're going to try and get the truck back 100%. It ran just fine in those last 3 races. Hopefully we got it figured out, and we can come out here and throw down the rest of the event.
All right, our next competition is the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. I know it's not how you wanted to start here. Fernando Martinez getting that win, El Toro Loco. Are you looking for some redemption?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to come out here and try and get the truck up on 1 tire, maybe even no tires. That's how it ended up earlier, right on the roof. And hopefully you guys are having fun out here so far at Monster Jam, man. Thank you guys for coming out. One more thing. Y'all better have your cameras ready when Gravedigger hits the track, baby, because we're going all out tonight.
Let's hear it for your JCB Racing winner, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger.
Let's take our first look at the BKT overall event standings. Of course, you're going to find Gravedigger right at the top off the strength of that win with 8 points. He's followed by Velociraptor, who has 7 in second place. Then it's El Toro Loco and Jurassic Attack, each with 4 points apiece. After that, we've got another deadlock. Earthshaker, Megalodon, Monster Mutt, Rottweiler, and Sparkle Smash, all with a bit more work to do with 2 points for all. But there's still plenty of points up for grabs. Anybody can walk away with that overall event championship. Coming up next, we are going to see the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. And this is where you're going to see some of the most technical moves in our sport put on full display. You might see things like stoppies, poppers, wheelies, moonwalks, maybe even a bicycle. But keep in mind that it's your scores and your scores alone that will determine the winner at judgeszone.com. That's all coming up next in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. All right, Monster Jam fans, John here at the play-by-play desk, but I am not alone. I am hanging out with a new friend. This is Fabian. Fabian, how old are you?
8.
8 years old. Is this your first time at Monster Jam, or have you been here before?
I've been here before.
You've been here before? How many people love Monster Jam so much they keep on coming back? Make some noise! You got a lot of friends in the house, and I can see, based on your shirt, based on your hat, that you are a big Monster Jam fan. So we just saw some crazy Monster Jam racing out on this track. We're going to have racing again, but this time it is with our truckin' pals. It is an animated race between Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, and Megalodon. There they are, and you have to pick the winner. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, who do you think it's going to be? Gravedigger, Megalodon, or El Toro Loco?
Gravedigger.
He is going with Gravedigger, and we are going to see if he is right. There is the signature smoke from El Toro Loco. The red headlights hit. The teeth look sharp, and they are off. Gravedigger, your pick in an early lead, but oh no, Fabian, here comes El Toro Loco and Megalodon. Gravedigger falling all the way back into third. He's going to have to make a big push. He does. Will it be enough? It is! Congratulations, Fabian. You picked the winner. How do you feel?
Good.
I think you should feel good. Everybody give him a huge round of applause for picking the winner. That is for you, Fabian, for being such a good Monster Jam fan. And you know what? A round of applause is cool. but I'm going to make it even better. That was the Truckin' Pals animated race. You are taking home a zombie Truckin' Pals puff truck. This one is for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him another huge round of applause. Without further ado, we are going to get back into the Monster Jam truck action. Coming up next is the aforementioned Great Clips two-wheel skills challenge. We already talked a little bit about it, but for more on how you're going to take part in this competition, let's kick it over to Kay Young for JudgesZone.com. Kay, what do you got?
That's right. Of course, John or I will let you know when scoring is open, and you'll have 20 seconds to lock in your fan scores at JudgesZone.com. Of course, our competitors will have 2 attempts to throw down their wildest tricks, and you, the fans, are going to score using JudgesZone.com. Remember, the code is FRE. Don't forget to slide that BKT tire up or down to the score you think our drivers deserve, and the most important part is you've got to click submit. A reminder, 20 seconds to lock in those scores, and John and I will let you know when scoring is open. All right, California, who's ready for the Great Clips two-wheel skills challenge?
We're going to kick things off with Carson Williams and Monster Mutt Rottweiler.
Let's make some noise for Carson Williams, Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Get those scores locked in at JudgesZone.com. John, I've been talking all afternoon about how slick this track is, especially with a little bit of that sand there in that dirt.
Absolutely, and I think you saw it right there. Little bit of trouble getting that Monster Jam truck on those two wheels. Remember, these trucks weigh 12,000 pounds, so it is no easy task to throw them off their center of gravity and then try to re-find it, especially when you have 2 attempts. You certainly don't want to roll over. So it was a good run. Now we're going to see for the first time here tonight what the fans in Fresno thought of that run. Let's see your scores. 4.072. That is your score to beat. Coming up next, it's Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash.
Let's show some love to Caleb Blood. Sparkle Smash. Your 20 seconds starts now. We saw two great attempts there from Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash. Poppers up on top of our Monster Jam Dirt Pod. Time to get those scores in. You've got about 5 seconds left.
That is the one thing you have to keep in mind. We would never ask you to stop applauding, but you got to make sure while you're cheering, while you're getting loud, you take time to lock in those scores because 20 seconds flies on by. In the meantime, let's see what you came up with for Sparkle Smash. That is more than enough right there for Kayla Blood. She will take over your top spot with a brand new score to beat. Coming up next, Joe Yuri, Earthshaker.
Give it up for Joe Yuri, Earthshaker. Two solid attempts. The last one there, the reverse popper, and then able to kind of wheelie it up the ramp there on that final attempt. Time to get those scores in, and let's see where you put them at here in this competition. You've got about 4 seconds left there on the clock at judgeszone.com.
All in all, a great show of skill from that man right there, popped out of Earthshaker, Joe Yuri. Now the question becomes, was it good enough in your mind to take over the top spot? The score to beat, 8.326. Your score for Earthshaker is... It's close, but it is not enough. In the meantime, he will take over second place. Score to beat, still Sparkle Smash. Coming up next is Angelina Knock, Megalodon.
Let's make some noise for Angelina Knock, Megalodon. Get those scores locked in right now. The first attempt was an attempt of a reverse popper, and then she gets that front popper onto the top of the pod. Get those scores in right now for Angelina Knock and Megalodon. You can use that QR code, and don't forget the code FRE.
You know, Kay, it was like the reverse of the run we saw from her this afternoon. Able to stick the landing on one, but not quite the other. In the meantime, let's see what these fans here tonight came up with for Megalodon. 4.456. She'll take over third place. Coming up next, we're going to see Devin Winfield, Velociraptor.
Let's hear it for Devin Winfield and Velociraptor. Time to get those scores locked in. JudgesZone.com. Celebrating his birthday here today. Oh, there you go. Big surprise. Big happy birthday there to Devin Winfield and Velociraptor. Looking for his win here. Will it be enough? Scores are locked in, John.
Let's first remind everybody of the score to beat right now belongs to Sparkle Smash, 8.326. Your score for Velociraptor is... We have a new leader, 8.732. Velociraptor now in your top spot. Coming up next, we're going to see Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
Loco. In his rookie season, but boy, did he not look like a rookie there on that first attempt. An incredible display there of technical driving right here from his home state of California. Will it be enough to take the lead? It's up to you to decide right now at judgeszone.com.
I hope that you decided, because 20 seconds are gone. Scores are locked. Your score to beat from a few moments ago belongs to Velociraptor, 8.732. As Fernando looks on, the score for El Toro Loco is... We've got another new leader, 9.567. El Toro Loco now in your top spot. Still 2 competitors left. Up next, that man, Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack.
That was Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Time to get those scores locked in right now. Turn those cheers into scores there at judgeszone.com. A little inside look there at the cab of Tim Hall Jr. Get those scores locked in.
Great show of balance on the front tires, on the rear tires. Tim Hall Jr. shifting the weight around in that Monster Jam truck and making it look easy. Now the question becomes, was that run better than the ones you've seen before? Let's find out. It is a good score, but it is not enough for that top spot. 7.733 score to beat, still with El Toro Loco. Final competitor trying to make it 2 wins in a row is Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Hang on a second, the truck has shut off, and we already talked about it a bunch, and he's been dealing with some issues with that Monster Jam truck, and his crew continues to work to see if they can chase that problem and dial it in, but right now he has 1 attempt to go. As long as he can refire here within reason, We'll give him every opportunity, of course, with points on the line and for the Gravedigger fans. But ladies and gentlemen, I've just been told by the Monster Jam officials he cannot refire. The run is over. Let's hear it for Gravedigger. He still does get a score at judgeszone.com. So lock it in right away. Only about 8 seconds left for you to decide on a number. Did he do enough in that abridged run to take over the top spot and earn the win? Let's see your score for Gravedigger. Not nearly enough, 7.288. That'll finish him in 6th place. And that means for the second event in a row, your Great Clips 2-wheel skills winner is El Toro Loco. Just like he did this afternoon in his home state of California, he comes out with a big-time win to close out the first half. It's Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
Your 18th Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge this 2024 season. You did it right here in your home state with your friends and your family in attendance. It's got to feel special, right?
Yeah, it feels really good. This dirt out here, I'm really loving it for 2-wheel skills. So, Fresno, sorry, I'm a little out of breath here. It was a long run over here. But Fresno, we're just getting started, baby. We're 2 events in on Monster Jam. We have 2 more left. That bullnose, I don't know if you guys saw it, broken in half. So I figure we might as well do the rest of the truck. What do you think?
We've got an entire second half, and you said you're loving the dirt. We've got donuts, we've got freestyle. Everything seems to be on your side as far as momentum's concerned. How do you feel going into the second half?
I feel really confident. The truck is getting looked over right now. Danny Gonzalez, crew chief extraordinaire. He's the best in the business. I trust him with that truck 100%. I got to come out here and do my job. But Fresno, y'all got a job too. You're not just watching. I need y'all to make noise. Every time El Toro Loco hits the track, I need to hear you make some noise. So let me hear ya!
What an exciting start to the night we have just witnessed. Congratulations is due, of course, to the both winners that we've seen to this point, Gravediggers Weston Anderson, and from just moments ago, Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco. Like he said, there is still plenty more coming your way. This is only halfway through Monster Jam, but right now we have reached halftime, which is the perfect time to get out of your seats, stretch your legs, walk around the concourse, grab some refreshments, maybe even check out an official Monster Jam merchandise stand. But don't go too far, because we're coming right back with more Monster Jam. And in the meantime, take a look up at the video board for some VIP fan messages.
Well, and speaking of the second half, it is time to return back to Monster Jam action with the donut competition. Now, this is where our drivers will have one attempt to get as wild, as crazy, and as dizzy as they can out on the track. And you, the fans, of course, will use judgeszone.com to help us crown our winner. All right, Fresno, are you ready for some donut action?
Let's start things off with Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash.
Let's hear it for Sparkle Smash, Caleb Blood. She kicks things off here in our donut competition, getting wild, getting crazy, and getting dizzy out on the track. And now it is time to let those cheers turn into some scores.
Kayla Blood starting things off in a big way here in the second half of Monster Jam in the very beginning of the donut competition. Now it's time to see your scores. What a way to get us started, 8.096. That is your score to beat. Coming up next, we're gonna see Angelina Knott, Megalodon.
Fresno, let's hear it for Angelina Knott and Megalodon. Time to get those scores locked in right now. Our second competitor here of the donut competition. You saw the speed, you saw the revolutions. Will it be enough to take the lead? That will be up to you and only you to decide here. We've got about 3 seconds left before scores will be locked.
Of course, still so many competitors, but if she could take the lead, she would put herself in position to win the donut competition 2 times today. Let's see your scores for Megalodon. We have a new leader, 8.865. We don't know if that'll hold up, but right now, things are looking good for Angelina Knott. Coming up next, it's Carson Williams, Monster Mutt Rottweiler.
Well, let's hear it for Carson Williams and Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Time to get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. Some issues there with Monster Mutt Rottweiler, not getting the revolutions and the speed that, of course, we've seen from him in past events here.
Kay, you can't see from your side, blocked out by Monster Mutt Rottweiler, but Carson Williams jumped out of his truck immediately and started looking underneath. Now as he walks around, definitely some issues there with the big dog. In the meantime, let's check out your scores from judgeszone.com. Only a 4.807, third place for now. We're going to keep it with Team Throttle Monster, this time with Joe Uri, Earthshaker.
Joe Uri and Earthshaker getting dizzy out on the track, and now scoring is open for you, the fans. Great speed, great revolutions. Will it be enough to take the lead here? We're about to find out in just a moment. Joe Uri looking really good out there in those donut attempts.
Remind everybody first of the score to beat. It's an 8.865 with Megalodon. As Joe Uri looks on, the score for Earthshaker is close, but not enough. He'll take over second place. Your score to beat is still with Megalodon.
Take a look at the video board right now. Where we stand in the donut competition, Angelina Knock and Megalodon right there at the top spot. She was earlier today's donut winner. She stands there at the top with an 8.865, followed by Earthshaker and Joe Uri. We just saw that run complete, 8.688. Sparkle Smash and Monster Mutt Rottweiler there complete our first half. Of course, we've got 4 more drivers, John, left here in this competition before our fans crown another winner.
You know, Kay, I think to this point we have not seen a bad donut all day. That goes back to the afternoon event. Of course, Carson Williams with a little bit of issues with his Monster Jam truck, but aside from that, these drivers have been on point for Monster Jam donuts here on a Saturday.
Absolutely, and also we have to give credit to this dirt. I mean, we're seeing some really fast donuts, we're seeing some nice revolutions, and we're not seeing any real hiccups there using those tires with the grip. Keep in mind that those BKT tires have a 2-inch tread or cleat, and so it's really nice to get that grip there out on that dirt.
Coming up next, it's Devin Winfield, Velociraptor.
Let's hear it for Devin Winfield and Velociraptor. You're officially on the clock now at judgeszone.com. We want to know what you think about that donut out there, out on the track.
Devin Winfield popped out of that Monster Jam truck to a nice ovation there on his birthday. What a great birthday gift it would be for him to pick up an overall event championship. He goes to retrieve the steering wheel that he tossed out during that donut. Let's see what you came up with for Velociraptor. A good score, 7.243, 4th place for Devin Winfield. Here comes Weston Anderson, Gravedigger.
Let's get loud for Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Steering wheel out the window. Was that flashy enough for you fans here? Use judgeszone.com and let us know what you think.
I have a feeling this donut competition is going to come down to the wire. We've seen a lot of good donuts and a lot of close scores. Right now, your score to beat still belongs to Megalodon, 8.865. The score for Gravedigger is... Score to beat belongs to Megalodon, no more. New leader, 9.132, Weston Anderson. Final two competitors here in Monster Jam Donuts. Up first, it's Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Keep it going for El Toro Loco. You know what you got to do? You've been doing it all night so far. Lock those scores in at judgeszone.com. And even if you haven't been putting in scores, it is never too late to get involved. The more people that are on judgeszone.com, the more accurate those scores then become. And right now you're doing it for that man, the Crazy Bull, El Toro Loco, and Fernando Martinez. You scored to beat 9.132. The score for El Toro Loco is... So close, but not enough. 9.123. A difference of 9/1000ths of a point. A razor's edge. Second place. Score to beat. Still with Gravedigger. Our final competitor is Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Make some noise for Jurassic Attack. A veteran move right there from Tim Hall Jr. Staying on the throttle. There were a couple of times where I thought that donut was going to come to an early end, but he's able to stay on the gas, he's able to push through, and he's able to get more revolutions out of it. Now the question becomes, was that enough to give him the top spot? Let's see. No, it was not. Sixth place, and that means that your winner is Gravedigger. Weston Anderson starts the second half the same way he did with the first half. A big-time win for Gravedigger. Put 8 more points on the board in black and green for your donut winner, Weston Anderson.
Weston, a great start here to the second half by collecting another 8 points. Now momentum is on your side here as we're going to wrap things up with the freestyle.
Absolutely. You know, I love doing donuts. I love eating them too, but y'all didn't come here to see us do some donuts. I know what you guys came here for. It's the same thing I came here to win, man. Freestyle is up next. And hey, that truck breaking down on me earlier, it just fueled the fire, baby. I'm going to run that truck until it cannot go anymore. Y'all better have your cameras ready, Fresno. It's about to get wild.
Let's hear it for your donut winner right here, Weston Anderson, Gravedigger.
Would you look at that, Fresno? That last competition really shook the snow globe for that BKT overall event championship. And now we've got a tie right at the top as El Toro Loco and Gravedigger both leap over Velociraptor from second and third into a tie for first place, each with 19 points. That's going to push Velociraptor down into third, 3 points back with 16. Earthshaker and Sparkle Smash still in contention, 7 points off the lead with 12 points apiece. Remember, still 8 points up for grabs. So really, it's going to come down to the top 5 trucks on the big screen right now. Jurassic Attack, Megalodon, and Monster Mutt Rottweiler round out the top 8, but they have been eliminated with regards to the overall event championship. It will come down to your scores. It will come down to Monster Jam Freestyle. Speaking of Monster Jam Freestyle, of course, that is our next competition and our final competition of the evening, where the drivers have 75 seconds to come out here and tear this track apart with their most impressive, show-stopping freestyle run. But if they do not complete at least 15 seconds of the run, they will not be eligible for a score at judgeszone.com. Once they clear that threshold, then as the official judges, you're looking for use of all the obstacles around the pod, creativity, flow, momentum, throttle rhythm. You're always looking for the technical moves and combinations that you fans love. And when we're talking about freestyle, we're always talking about that little something extra, maybe a spectacular save, maybe a big-time Morgan and Morgan backflip. It's the wow factor. Keep all of that in mind and more coming up next with Monster Jam Freestyle. All right, Monster Jam fans, it is time for the helmet shuffle. Everybody here in the Save Mart Center, you know how this thing goes. We've got an overall event championship trophy, and we're going to hide it underneath one of those 3 helmets. And you're going to see if you can keep your eyes on it. Are you ready? They're dropped. I got to be honest, Fresno, I lost it already. I hope you've got better eyes than me. What do you think it is? 1, 2, or 3? Yell it out. Oh, I'm hearing a lot of ones, but it is not under helmet number 1. It is not under helmet number 3. And unless we've been tricked, that means, yes, it is. It is under helmet number 2. Congratulations if you picked helmet number 2.
Fresno, I need all of your help to get freestyle started. Take out your cell phones. We're gonna lift them up and down, and we're gonna stay on the beat. Are you ready? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going. We have reached the pinnacle of tonight's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle.
Hang on just a second, the clock is paused exactly with a half a minute to go. And I've just been told by the Monster Jam officials that the run is over. He does leave 30 seconds on the clock. Let's hear it for Earthshaker.
Definitely get those scores locked in. A valiant effort there from Joe Uri and Earthshaker. Definitely not the way you wanted to end it, but nonetheless, it's time to get those scores locked in as he kicks things off. Scores are in.
Turn our attention to the big screen and to your scores. Let's see what you came up with for Earthshaker. Still a good score all told, 7.348. That is your score to beat. Coming up next, it's Carson Williams and Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Scratch that, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco.
A wild freestyle run there from the Crazy Bull. And Fernando Martinez had a little bit of everything showcased in that freestyle run, including some nice saves there. Time to get those scores locked in, judgeszone.com.
Also, Kay, a little bit of that controlled chaos we are used to seeing from El Toro Loco. Let's see what these fans here in Fresno came up with. Look at that score, 9.452. New leader, new score to beat. Nice ovation right there, and deservingly so from the crowd here in Fresno for Fernando Martinez here in his home state as he pops out of that Monster Jam truck. Yeah, let him hear it one more time. Up next, Devin Winfield, Velociraptor.
Here for Devin Winfield, Velociraptor. Get those scores locked in right now at judgeszone.com. Less than 20 seconds.
Velociraptor and Devin Winfield put together a very, very nice freestyle run, start to finish. A little bit of everything that you're looking for, but now the question becomes, was it enough to give him the top spot? He is dealing with a big number, a 9.452. Let's see your score for Velociraptor. It's good, but it is not good enough. 7.419, second place.
All right, I'm hanging out with my buddy Ian right now, and we're gonna play a trivia question game, all right? You might win a cool prize. We're gonna take a look at the video board for the trivia question. Are you ready? You're ready, right? All right, let's take a look. What is the trivia question? Which city is hosting Monster Jam World Finals 24? Is it A, Las Vegas? Is it B, Orlando? Is it C, Nashville? Or D, Salt Lake City? I know there's some clues here out on these banners. Fresno, you want to help my buddy out here? What do you think it is? D? You think it's D? You think it's D too. What do you say?
D.
D, Salt Lake City. Drum roll, please. It is D, Salt Lake City. Congratulations. And guess what? I'm going to give you this cool Max D Monster Jam hat. Thank you. Congratulations.
Time to get back into the action with Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash.
and Sparkle Smash. You can see there at the very end, she lost a little bit of power there. Time to get those scores locked in. Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash. Awaiting your fans' scores now.
Losing rear drive right there, like Kay said. Not enough juice to finish that run strong, but still a very good run from Sparkle Smash. Let's see if that affects her score. I think it definitely did. 6.696, fourth place for now. We'll see if she remains in the top 4.
Well, I'm standing up here in section 123 with a special guest, driver of El Toro Loco, MJ Solorio. MJ, you've been cheering on your teammate there, Fernando Martinez, and you've kind of been able to kind of sit back, relax a little bit, and enjoy kind of being a fan. And you've been a fan of Monster Jam. That's how you started.
Absolutely, you know, I don't live too far from here. I'm 2 hours down the road in Paso Robles. I had the weekend off. I was just in Florida driving El Toro for 3 weeks. So now I get to come back, sit back as a fan and kind of get back to my roots, cheer on my teammates and all my competitors. You know, I got to train with some of these guys at Monster Jam University. So now to be able to come out here and sit as a fan and watch it from this side, it's cool.
Have you ever been able to do Fresno as a driver yourself?
I have this first quarter. If you guys came here earlier this year, I was the one driving El Toro, so it was fun to be able to come back now. I see some faces in the stands that I recognize, but now, like I said, I'm sitting back, I'm taking the role, I'm judges, I'm on judgeszone.com, but to be able to come out here, I know firsthand this track is tricky. I've noticed it during donuts. This side up here, it's super slick, and that side down there, it gets ruddy real easy, but I tell you what, these guys are doing amazing, and I'm having a blast.
I know here in just a moment, you're going to be introducing our next driver. Of course, you represent the Latino community. I know you're a very proud Latino, and we're gonna get ready here to meet our next driver. Take it away.
Fresno, are you ready for more? Coming up next, representando a todos los latinas, a todos los mujeres, everyone get loud and make some noise. Angelina Knock, Megalodon!
Megalodon. If you saw earlier today, she wasn't able to finish out her freestyle run, so this is a little sweet revenge, being able to fulfill the clock. Angelina Knock and Megalodon now await your scores here at judgeszone.com. You've got about 4 seconds left there out on the clock.
And right on cue, those 4 seconds, they melt away Let's see what you came up with for Megalodon. A good score, second place in fact, but not enough for that top spot. It will continue to belong to El Toro Loco. Coming up next, it's Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack.
Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. A nice fluid run there on his freestyle run. Time to get those scores locked in for Jurassic Attack, and you can use that QR code up on the video board. There he is. Let's make some noise right now for Tim Hall Jr. He awaits your scores right now. You've got about 5 seconds left.
A nice ovation right there for Tim Hall Jr. And well deserved. Let's see what you came up with for Jurassic Attack. Another change to second place, 7.732, but still no change to first place. It still belongs to El Toro Loco. Coming up next, Carson Williams and Monster Mutt Rottweiler.
for Carson Williams and Monster Mutt Rottweiler. He had a broken drive shaft there on the very back end of Monster Mutt Rottweiler and was able to fix it, get back into the competition, get a freestyle done. He is hyped, he is excited.
Pushing that truck to the absolute brink during that run, and honestly, all night long. Let's see what you came up with for Carson Williams and the big dog. What a great score right there, 8.320. He will take over second place. Fresno, there is one final competitor here tonight. Weston Anderson, Gravedigger. Hang on just a second. He is retired. He's ready to go. May have spoken too soon. Seems like those electrical issues continue to happen. Really interrupting the rhythm, but he is fired again. Weston Anderson leaving nothing held back, and Gravedigger battling the gremlins along the way. And I have been given word, ladies and gentlemen, that that last leap was the final one for Gravedigger right there. The truck just cannot continue. So let's hear it for Gravedigger. Lock those scores in right here, right now. About 7 seconds left and counting for Gravedigger. Not the way Weston Anderson wants to go out, but still an electric run. Score to beat 9.452. Your score for Gravedigger is 9.212. That means that your freestyle winner is El Toro Loco. He will add 8 points to his total. Was it enough? Your overall event champion is El Toro Loco! Not only was that freestyle win enough, but it was the difference. He will break the tie. He will add 8 points. And in his home state, he is your overall event champion, Fernando Martinez!
Fernando, you did it right here in your home state of California. The crew behind you, we've got Omar, we've got Daniel, we've got more family over there. You know, congratulations here.
Thank you, Kay. I got to talk to my folks right here. We put El Toro Loco through his paces here today, and I couldn't have done it without my main man, Daniel Gonzalez, right here. He kept that truck right and tight. Omar was right next to his side, and we got his dad in the house. So I'm so happy he's on our team. He makes that truck right. And I got to give a shout out because my dad's in the building also. So it's an amazing feeling to be here with you guys in California. You were the best crowd all weekend long. I love you so much. A todos mis Latinos, los quiero mucho. It's been amazing. It's been real. And Fresno, that was Monster Jam!
Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say about what we just witnessed? That is going to be a tough one to follow, but I will do my best. Congratulations, of course, not only to your overall event champion, Fernando Martinez, here in his home state, but to the entire El Toro Loco team. Like he said, he and his crew chief both have family and friends in the building, so you guys all helped witness a little bit of history, and what a great moment for El Toro Loco. For Kay Young, I'm John Sapanero. On behalf of Feld Entertainment, we'd like to thank you all for coming out. We hope you had fun, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.